Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you how I do my foundation. I'm going to try to keep it very simple, very basic. I'm not going to go into the contouring and blushes and every other thing. I'm just going to show you my regular foundation routine, and we're just going to go with that for this particular video. If you have been subscribed to my channel since day one, thank you. My new subscribers, thank you. And if you are not subscribed, thanks for coming back, and I hope you click the link in the description bar and subscribe to my channel to get updates for new videos. Okay, so all I have on my skin right now is the Ole Henriksen Sheer Transformation Moisturizer. I got this in Sephora, and this has been giving my skin so much life because I have dry skin. And nothing I have is this Ole Henriksen African Red Tea Exfoliating Lip Salvation. And that's all I have on my lip right now. The next thing I'm going to use is the MAC Matte Cream. And yes, I have dry skin, but as the weather gets hotter, I tend to perspire along my T-zone. So that's just where I'm going to apply this product. Just like that. The next thing I'm going to apply is the e.l.f. Mineral Face Primer in Radiant Glow, and if you've been watching my videos, then you should know that I really love this product. I like to shake it up a little bit, just one pump, just that much. And primers basically just create a barrier or a layer before your foundation on your skin. If you've seen my previous video, the color correction video, I'll put the link to that video in the description bar, and you can click that and watch that again on how I color correct. But that's pretty much the same thing I do here. I can either use the benign Mojave Adjuster, or I can use the MAC Peach Luster. So I'm just gonna put the color corrector on any area where I have discoloration. So now I have my color corrector all over my face. I am looking a hot mess right now, but don't worry, we're gonna fix all of that. So the next product I'm going to use is my RCMA 5 Series foundation palette. This palette, I absolutely adore it. I absolutely love it. You can use this palette as a concealer, as a foundation, and as a highlight also. So this palette definitely is a multifunctional palette for me. This particular shade here is the SH4 Shinto 4, and that's my shade, and you can see I've already hit pan. I've been forcing myself not to use this foundation, but I can't help it. I just love it. So I'm gonna use that to go over on top. I'm gonna use the darker shade right here, the very last shade, to cover up the orange color corrector, and then I'm going to use my foundation to go over the rest of my face. And because this is a personal palette, I'm still going to use my fingers to do all of this. Now, if the foundation is very, very thick and you feel like it's too cakey for you, and this happens normally during the winter, what you can do is use the RCMA foundation thinner and just put one drop, and that thins the foundation down to any consistency that you want, a liquid, a cream, something like that. But I don't need that right now because the foundation is already, as you can see, it's kind of like creamy already. And I'm thinking maybe it's because of the summer and the heat. So it's just perfect. It's working for me in my favor. So I'm just gonna tap that. I'll take the foundation just like that and tap it on top of the orange corrector. Now that I've partially covered the color corrector, I'm now gonna go in with my foundation shade. And if you're wondering where you can get this foundation, you can definitely get it at Camera Ready Cosmetics. And this is the 5 Series Foundation Palette by RCMA. And what I have is the Shinto palette, and it comes in the Shinto 1 to Shinto 5. So now I'm just gonna dab that all over my face. And I like to work in sections. So once I'm done dabbing on this side, I'm gonna put the foundation palette down and work with my Once you're able to find your shade in the foundation in this foundation palette, you might not go back to your regular drugstore foundation or the high-end foundations. Okay, so now I have my foundation all good and looking beautiful. The next thing I do is I go to the next shade. This is my foundation shade. I go to the very next one and use that right under my eye. So I'm gonna take my beauty blender and just blend that out. So once that is done, I just pick up my LA Girl Pro powder, so just a white translucent powder. Deposit some in the cap, just like that. Pick up the powder puff, look up, and just press that under my eye. We're good. The next thing I'm going to do is take this e.l.f. powder brush, and just dust everything off. Dusted everything out. You just pick up your the magic powder, which is a MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, I call it the magic powder because I just got the shade in dark and I'm in love. I used to have the dark golden and it was looking a bit funny on me, so I switched to the dark. So I'm just gonna use this to set the rest of my face and bring back some color under my eye, and that's it. This is the finished look, guys. There's nothing different in my regimen, which is just simple step-by-step process. What I do first, apply my moisturizer. In this case, I use the Holy Henriksen. Apply the lip moisturizer or exfoliator. In this case, I use the Holy Henriksen African Red Tea Exfoliating Tea Salvation. And then after that, I went in with a matte, the matte cream just on my T-zone, and then the e.l.f. Radiant Primer for the rest of my face to add some glow to my skin. And after that, I used the RCMA foundation with the RCMA thinner to highlight and to put a foundation all over my face. And after that, I just used my setting powder, which is the LA Girl Pro Powder HD. It's just a white translucent powder. I set that, dusted it off with the I dusted that off with the e.l.f. powder brush, and then went all over my face again with the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark. Step, I forgot to mention, I use this benign Mohave Adjuster in Burnt Orange as my color corrector to cover up all the dark spots and hyperpigmentation that I have on my face. So that covers everything. Don't forget the beauty blender. You need this for your concealer and your foundation. So this covers everything. This is how I do my foundation routine. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, leave a comment, subscribe, and give me a thumbs up, and I'll definitely bring more videos to you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you, and have a nice day. Bye. I think a good 30 seconds looking up is fine in my book, especially when you have all the time in the world. So why let your concealer cake or your foundation? Why let it cake when you have all the time to let it set, let it bake, let it cook, baby. Let that foundation really, soak in with that powder and look flawless.